Greetings, adventurers! The following few episodes are something unique. With the permission of Jeff C. Stevens, we're going to be borrowing many elements from their amazing horror adventure, The Madhouse of Tasha's Kiss. That being said, our primary storyline and elements that will absolutely reshape the way you perceive this entire season will be taking place, so be sure not to skip these episodes. Just a quick note that as of the time of release, we're in London, performing a live show as Dark Dice right next to the London Eye at the World's Lair event. And finally, I can't believe I'm saying this, but our book is done, off to print, and we're finally accepting pre-orders for Unnatural Horrors. A link is in the show notes. Okay, we're gonna break the fourth wall for a few seconds.
Hello, guys. It's been 2 years.
This is the longest break where anybody has expected me to remember anything, but then written in and changed every detail.
I took notes. I'm going to run you guys through them because it's been a freaking long couple of days. I started writing this adventure for today so long ago that the original paper I drew my map on is faded from sunlight faded it, so I had to redraw it on graph paper.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, let's get to it. From just outside the church, the gaunt form of a pale elf approached, desperation clear in his sunken eyes.
Pardon me, sir. Sirs. Would you happen to be Father Dormund? Oh, I'm unarmed, and I mean you no harm. I just had a couple of questions regarding a man you might know as Pain.
I'm Father Dormund. May I inquire who you might be?
I'm sorry, that was terribly rude of me. Not to introduce myself. I'm Klymoore, servant of House Embertree. Lucky I ran, or I might have missed you.
House Embertree? From the North Realm?
Galen's Hold. And yes.
Well, that's a long way from home.
Yes. I'm here on behalf of Lord Barlow Embertree, head of our house. He's tasked me with the capture of an escaped convict, a murderer, whom we have learned may have been working with you under the false name of Pain. Strange company you keep.
Please, take a moment, sir. I'll pass him my water skin if I can.
Much obliged, friend. I appreciate your hospitality. May I ask your names, or is that too forthright? I don't know the proper customs this far south.
You have given us yours. I'm Soren, Arkwright.
Ildrex Mystan. Pleasure.
Gaelle, House Vogelberg.
Pleasure's mine. Well, as I was saying, there's a gentleman I know to be working under the name of Pain in the city of Auten. At least he was when the month started.
A brief conversation ensued where both men discussed the physical and social characteristics of the two men both named Pain. They confirmed that these two men were in fact the same person, confirming the criminal's true identity as...
Elias Embertree, third son of Lord Barlow. A shame what happened to him. What became of him. And like I mentioned, House Embertree won't allow him in a position where he might hurt others.
This is terribly unexpected. So, what has he actually done?
He failed to live up to his house's expectations. Even as a youth, he ignored his lessons and played cruel pranks on his sisters. As he grew older, he fell in with a street gang, robbing the helpless, seducing maidens with his stolen gold, and leaving them heartbroken, or worse. We hoped he'd grow out of it, frankly, that it was some kind of boredom. But his cruel disposition grew to overtake what little good we knew to be in him. A few years ago, he fell in with a group that practiced dark magics and heresy. He began making sacrifices to appease a blasphemous god. Small things at first, but later, people. He'd tried to hide it by blaming the gangs he worked with, and, well, he's quite the charming liar, if I might say so myself. But the patterns were clear enough, once we knew what to look for. And once we confirmed that he was behind the killings, Lord Barlow made the terrible decision no parent should ever have. I was sent to detain him, but by the time I'd arrived, he'd already slaughtered 20 men in their sleep, a rival gang, and carved the remains into some kind of ritual patterns that covered an entire warehouse. The guards and I detained him, threw him into a hole while we looked over the evidence, My Lord Barlow prayed for answers. But Elias's God must be watching out for him. Or perhaps he'd made powerful friends, because he got out somehow. He literally teleported outside of the foot-thick walls. 30-centimeter thick walls of his cell, and murdered his own mother, Lady Embertree, and 2 of his sisters, Elizabeth... young Mrs. Elizabeth and Maria. I was the one that found him, and I assure you, what he did. If Master Elias is always drinking like you said, then perhaps some shred of good remains within him. It could also be a ruse, but perhaps he can be made to remember, to see, and understand what he's done. In either case, I've sworn to return him home, so he can face justice.
I don't know what to say. I can't believe that I trusted him.
And you stated that he's on his way to Westman's Hold with a group, and that you are as well.
Yes.
Then please, let me accompany you. I won't slow you down.
Maybe?
You don't have shoes.
I was robbed on my way here, but I don't need them. I've tracked Elias from Verdrow, across the frozen seas to Ralnest, now here. I can send a raven ahead, aid our efforts to find his party. I can also pay you, once we leave Eastwood. And you'd have the gratitude of my house.
Is it safe to assume that Payne, or Elias, may have contacts with other gangs or mercenaries?
That's certainly a possibility, but I'm only aware of the 2 dwarves and the Delvin woman.
One of those dwarves wouldn't happen to be a female, would it?
Yeah. Much like half of the dwarven population, I'm told.
Very funny.
Clever.
I practice that one. But in all seriousness, anyone traveling with him is in real danger. He's a very believable liar. And while he may seem like he's sleeping or drunk, his movements are precise, practiced. If your interests are the dwarves, then I suggest we work together.
It kind of sounds like we're going in the same direction.
It does.
And I feel like we can trust this fellow, at least as far as getting to where we need to go, if that comes before whatever happens with Payne.
And you're the epicenter of trust, aren't you, Ildrex?
Come on, friend.
Yeah,
We had good times.
we haven't set anybody on fire.
Never, not entirely, without helping put them out a little bit, maybe. All right, do what you will.
It seems we're on the same path, Klymoore.
The team began to walk as they spoke, and it was explained that House Embertree desired to capture Elias very much alive, and that any accomplices the criminal had with him were not Klymoore's concern. A handsome reward for assisting in the capture of Elias was discussed.
How handsomely?
My house can offer 250 gold for each of you.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
In prior years, we could have afforded much more, but House Embertree has lost so much.
Well, let's not let him get away.
The team found their way to the underground catacombs, continuing in near silence as its winding and cramped passages connected to a larger series of tunnels, perhaps the old passageways of long-lost dwarven nobility. It was there that Ildrex had a revelation.
We forgot to get trail rations.
Well, too late now, I suppose.
You guys should have seen what I built. It was awesome.
I trust it was very handily built, and it would have provided us more of an advantage than we already had.
They would have no idea when they came in that we had so many people hidden.
Next time, good Glom.
Yeah. Gaelle, we did a good thing there, right?
Maybe, maybe not. How do you feel about it, brother?
Well, they were hunting people. I don't know how I feel.
Well, imagine our parents' face. You tell them you've murdered somebody in a church. How do you think that would make them feel?
That's not helping.
I'm sure they'd be really proud.
Oh, God.
You doing all right there, Glom?
Yeah, I just need a minute.
I pass him an ale skin, which I had filled up previously at the place of worship.
The stress damage from earlier was finally kicking in. Glom took a heavy swig before passing it back to Ildrex. Within an hour, the team reached the sound of running water and passed around a path hidden behind a waterfall beyond the great walls of Auden. Glom surmised that it wasn't a natural waterfall, but all the same, the open road would allow them passage north toward their quarry. He couldn't help but pity the dwarves he hunted in that moment for not knowing the truth about the company they kept, nor the terrible danger sharing their campfire.
Shalis de pace. Salis.
Do you seek him?
Do you seek him?
Do you seek him?
Do you seek him?
Do you seek the nameless god?
You have found yourself among those who roll the dark dice. What you are about to hear happened long ago. A story brought back from the edge of oblivion, dutifully transcribed and enhanced orally to better captivate your attention. Previously, a team of adventurers successfully hunted and destroyed elements of their hated cult. Now, with a new ally, they travel north toward their next prey. Dark Dice, The Long Road. Chapter 22, The Madhouse. The team slowly walked through the streets of Auden, Glom leading the group, but something was off. To Glom's incredibly high passive perception, the local peasants and merchants were not actually working or talking, but simply acting as if they were on this confusingly quiet day. Even their peasant conversations are muted and indiscernible, though the word walla occasionally caught his ear.
I'm just gonna bend down and tie my shoe.
And all at once, the peasants began to move in a hypnotic dance around the party, as music unexpectedly manifested, swirling around them.
Off we go on grand adventures, Soren, Gaelle, and Glom.
Good morning, Glom. Hey, Jeff.
Hunting down and fighting evil. Oh, what could go wrong?
Walking through the streets of Auden, all of birds in song. Let's avoid the driving story. This should not take long.
Killers hiding in plain sight. Monsters stalking us at night. Our watch must always be unbroken. Body system camp alarms, battling the nameless evils and clown men from that farm.
Ildrex Mystan, the dragonborn, the scourge of his clan, a monk of the north. I just won't die, I'm here to survive. I help out the poor, I'm gonna survive. My buddy is Glom, he's really the bomb. This song is for him, I'm singing his song. Glom really is great, let us celebrate this wonderful guy, hero of my life.
Warlock of the sea, I love my younger brother. We each help out the other. We dearly miss our mother, and we fought in the war. We've been through thick and thin, lots of teeth and monster skin. I'm lost without him.
I'm the same, a hunter with no name. We often fight the dead, they fill my thoughts with dread. Secretly, I like Glom, like a friend or a son, that I never If we could rewind time, I'd adopt him and make him mine. Treat him well, show him a father he deserves. Between saving the world, every sweet would be our treat. Ice cream marshmallows and cocoa, as we'd meet up with Gaelle and their mother sweet. A picnic by the bay in a hot air balloon. Oh, it would be grey, his favorite color.
But gray's not a color.
Well, his second favorite color, I would teach him to fish.
Read every book to help him sleep.
That'd be sweet. I'd be his friend.
Yes, as children you would meet between now.
Here in the now.
So let us focus on our quest.
Heroes in the streets of Auden, you see a grand sight. Everyone is dancing, singing, you're in the spotlight.
Hang on.
Little brother, don't be shy now. It's your time to sing. Take a deep breath, have some courage. Look at my magic ring.
Whoa, Glom, sanity's under the test. Whoa, Glom, give us your best.
Okay, Sean, you're up.
It's a tricky knot on my shoe. Okay.
Glom awoke from his nightmare, thankfully still wearing pants, as he looked around the campfire.
His companions had drawn close to him, their eyes and motions friendly and consoling.
Glom, are you...
Singing.
Are you okay?
What?
Singing.
Do we need to slap him across the face?
Dad?
I'll do it, if it's for science.
Glom, please don't sing.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Gaelle. Sorry, everyone. I was just having a bit of a nightmare. Just made me cry a little. That's normal, you know.
It sounds terrifying.
I've been sitting here by your side, dabbing your tears as they roll down your
Stop
cheeks.
touching my.
Sorry.
Stop.
There's just one more. Okay. No. Okay. It's in my pocket if you need it.
Do you want to talk about it?
No. Okay, I'm gonna go stir the fire. You know.
Our team moved on.
But Glom gained 6 stress.
Have we had a long
We're
rest?
starting at full hit points?
Sure.
Okay.
It feels
Yeah,
like
full hit
one.
points. Yeah, it's been
Okay, good.
2 years. You guys can have full hit points.
Wow, how gracious of you.
Oh, man.
So, back to it. While it had indeed felt like years had passed since they had started their journey, Glom, Gaelle, Ildrex, and Soren had traveled for 6.5 days north of Auden on foot with their new associates, Father Dormund, a graying cleric of Celagon, and Klymoore, the wiry half-elf servant of House Embertree. The team had continued north along the main road, avoiding most settlements until their rations ran dry, and feeling that they had put suitable distance between themselves and Auden, they were eager to visit a small village that had, from a distance, seemed as still as the grave.
All right, try not to look suspicious.
I don't know if I want to.
I don't know how to do that, though.
Yeah.
Should I put the costume on now?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Look,
that's fine.
I just, I'm feeling a little awkward walking into a village, unrelated to anything, but, can you all just promise to not sing when we walk in the gates?
I would never.
I think we can manage that.
Why would we?
It's a really good question. Just don't sing, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Ildrex,
Yeah.
Just
got a song in my heart this morning, but I will put it on hold for you.
cool. Glom reaches out as if to almost touch Soren on the shoulder and then realizes what he's doing and stops and goes, yes, we'll just, yeah, just go into the village. It's normal.
As they got closer, the team could perceive no signs of activity, no residents or pets. Doors flapped in the wind, revealing clothes hung on lines within. unconsumed meals left behind, fires burnt out, and 2 malnourished horses tied to the hitching posts in front of the village's tavern. The wind picked up briefly, causing the shutters to clack dully through the hollow silence.
When I'd passed this village on my way to Auden, it was full of life. People were friendly and welcoming. Their absence is concerning.
Something certainly feels off here. Is there anything I can see perceptively?
That would require a perception check.
18. There's all my luck for the day.
As the team searched for clues, it was Soren who spotted the footsteps and wagon tracks.
The freshest set of tracks all seem to head in the same direction. And look at this. Come one, come all, see the marvelous Tasha's Kiss. Flyers. Colorful. I'm pretty sure we've seen quite a few of them around the village before this point. Does this ring a bell to anyone? Tasha's Kiss?
That would require a knowledge history check.
18.
Your knowledge of clowns is otherworldly.
15.
Nope.
Well, if you'd bothered to read the small print on the flyer, it's pretty clear that Tasha's Kiss is the jester with the white painted smiling face. Weird fashion sense, though. The red and black checkers on the jacket look a bit creepy, perhaps? But at least she's wearing pants, eh?
Yes. And I think I've seen a few of these flyers around Auden, too. Yes. She's supposed to be quite the special act. I think the exact words I heard used to describe her were talented and fun.
So perhaps the large circus-style tent over there with the red, white, and black checkerboard pattern is, related?
Then it seems she travels city to city entertaining people. Not necessarily the most nefarious thing, but...
I saw her perform as a child.
And the seeds of inspiration were planted. Your career path was never the same.
What's that mean?
I wouldn't stand for that, brother.
I believe he's referring to that time when you were a clown for the halfling bar mitzvah. I mean, birthday.
Let's just move along. Let's go check out the tent.
Cautiously, perhaps, but yes.
As we're walking away, Ildrex will probably go to untie the malnourished horses and release them from their confines. See?
That's a good deed you've done.
Trying to do good in this scary, scary world.
Ildrex was awarded 5 bonus XP, and his stress was reduced by 5.
Yes! So touched by that.
Glom sort of pulls Gaelle aside as we're walking up towards the tent. Gaelle, I don't know if we can take this Rowena. It's bugging me that her troop is now running with another.
What's worrying about it? You know, she's clearly killing people off as she goes. She needs to replace them.
Yeah, it's just, like, I don't know if we can take her bandit group as it is. And now there's another one in there? Death worries me.
You doubt yourself. You know, you fought far worse than this.
You're probably right. Okay.
Think back, that bed dragon. Look what you did to it.
Yeah, that was...
You never thought you could do that.
No, that was pretty good.
Exactly. And we have friends with us. You've seen far worse.
Luckily, I was there to save you with the dragon.
Well, yes. You had help. So, are we agreed?
Okay.
Do you hear that too?
Glom is pulling out his bow and knocking an arrow.
Glom crouched low next to Gaelle and motioned toward the tent. The others followed closely behind, but Soren put a hand on Glom's shoulder, peeking through the flap.
There is a small child, a boy, holding a piece of paper. He's crying and sitting near a magnificently carved wood and metal wagon in the middle of the tent.
Well, that's all kind of nope.
Ildrex takes a big swig before stepping past the others. Hey, are you okay, small human?
The boy looked up from the torn note in his hands as he sniffled, clearly surprised to see Ildrex.
What?
I'm at the tent door. Like, I'm not inside the tent, just so we're clear.
Glom is aiming an arrow over Ildrex's shoulder at a little child.
With a successful stealth check, the boy couldn't see Glom, but seemed scared all the same.
I asked if you are okay.
No. Yeah, everything's... No, I'm not okay. You're not clowns, are you?
The glint of fear lingered in the boy's eyes.
Not as our main source of income.
No, just say no.
No.
Just say no.
Definitely not clowns.
Good, because clowns freak me out.
No, not clowns. Definitely not. So, how about you come out here, good boy? Good friend? Human. What is your name?
With a gentle smile and a successful persuasion check that dulled the silhouette of his sharp teeth, the boy walked toward the team, glancing over his shoulder every so often. The youth looked weary, and his stomach audibly growled over his introduction.
I'm Gentry Hull. That's my name. So if you're not clowns, why are you here? In Elevine. That's our village.
I hand him a ration and I say, we are passing through town looking for someone, and expected to find more people here to be helpful. It seems you are the only one, and now we must help you.
Everyone went to see Tasha's Kiss. My mom, my dad, my big sister, everybody. It was a free show, but my sister said clowns would be there, and I think clowns are scary, so I didn't go. I saw her when she got here, though. Tasha's Kiss. She's a clown for sure. Wore red and black clothes and had white face paint, and a floppy hat with bells on it, and freaky golden eyes. I was playing outside, and I didn't watch her perform. But then it got really quiet after a while. I think everyone went in the tent. And when I looked around, there was nobody at all. Not outside, and not in the tent. I've been waiting for my parents to come back, but it's been 5 days, I think. Thanks for the food, Mr.
Ildrex. I'm Ildrex, and this is Glom, Gaelle, Dormund, Klymoore, and Soren.
Hello.
You shouldn't tell strangers your name. Graham says the bag will steal your tongue in your sleep if she learns your name. And you never know who could be a friend.
I'll keep that in mind, young Gentry, but didn't you just tell...
There's no sign of anyone else. What's that piece of paper you have?
The boy lifted a snot-covered flyer, identical to the one Soren had seen earlier, before using it to blow his nose again.
Glom kneels down in front of him. You're pretty strong, huh? Pretty tough.
Maybe.
You are. Do you have any relatives nearby? Like in another village?
No, my whole family lives here. We're not merchants or anything. We just, mix peaches and tomatoes together. That's what we do.
Peaches and tomatoes.
Yep.
Sounds delightful.
We're jammers. We make jams.
Good.
But I was saying, though, when they all were going in, I did peek. And I could see the people going into the wagon, like the last few people going into the wagon, and I wasn't going to go in, but I got really lonely. And the door to the wagon won't open anyway. It won't open, no one's come out of the wagon, and I think they all went inside the wagon.
The wagon inside the tent?
Yeah, that one.
I don't think that wagon could hold 10 people. Much less a full village.
Right.
I don't suppose the entire village are sprites? Or similarly small creatures? He's shaking his head no.
You shouldn't wear green, Mr. Soren. My sister says that anything green could actually be a Leshy in disguise. They flay people alive and feast on your screams. And that's what Tabitha says, my sister, so you gotta be careful.
I will keep that in mind.
Horses that pulled the wagon aren't present. And there are blocks on both sides of the wheels to keep it from moving.
Gentry, we are here to help. Please, try to eat some of our food, if you can, but slowly. We are going to inspect the wagon, see if we can figure out what's happened to everyone.
Please, find my mom and my dad. And I know I don't like Tabitha very much, but if you find her too, that'd be good.
We will even try to find your sister.
Thanks.
The team could plainly see the covered wagon under an uneven banner that read Tasha's Kiss and featured the same face of the jester clown they had seen on the flyers. The wagon was wood, slatted, sturdy, and so far as the team could discern, well carved with detailed pictorial inlays and intarsia. Even the wooden ramp leading to the entrance seemed regal, with a small cherub-topped railing and bright velvet carpet. The entire display was immaculate, in stark contrast to the neglected darkness of the tent.
I think this is the part where one of us suggests that we go inside the danger wagon.
If no one else will, I'll go first.
Psst. Gaelle. Psst.
What's up?
Look, I know... Anyways, is this kid magic?
Doesn't appear to be magic, but would it be terrible to leave him here on his own?
I can wait here on my own while you check it out. You guys gave me some food, so I should be good to wait here for a few days as long as no clowns show up. Did you know that the first clowns were orc warriors who laughed in the face of death? Orcs are scary, so I don't know why they try to make them funny now. I think it makes the whole thing even scarier.
Did your sister tell you that as well?
I'll stay with young Gentry while you go and check things out.
And thus they split the party.
I guess I'll stay here to make sure they stay safe. I'm not as frail as I look.
No, you, sir, can come with us.
If that's your preference.
Yeah, it'd be great. Let's go. After you, let's go see this wagon.
Fine. Do you want me to open the door now, or...?
No, let's just look.
Maybe we can just observe the surrounding area for a moment, see what we see around us. Any signs of struggle, or...
Can I specifically check the door for traps, maybe?
That too?
Soren rolled a 15 for investigation.
No sign of a struggle. The only footsteps beyond the boys seem to be going from the sitting area directly into the wagon. Nothing else.
How about a 22?
Ildrex's eyes perceived nothing strange or funny about the door. It wasn't even locked. It was literally just heavier than what young Gentry Hull could move. There were no traps that he could see or sense, no trap doors above or under the wagon. The next steps in the investigation seemed straightforward.
Just a generally creepy vibe. Check.
Yeah, maybe because it ate an entire village?
Well, aside from the small child weeping and the terrifying nature of all these footsteps going into the wagon, so it seems totally normal.
Yeah, let's move on. Leave the wagon alone. Let's go. Aren't we chasing someone? Let's go.
Maybe they're in the wagon.
Oh, God.
I will open the wagon door.
If you take longer than 10 seconds to enter a door after you open it, my sister says you might let a mean spirit out.
Do we really have to rescue his sister?
I don't know. I'm starting to like her.
Soren pressed his weight into the door. Then again, applying more and more strength, and found that it was briefly stuck for a moment before it finally gave way. The inside was just as impressive as its exterior. Plush red velvet cushions lined the bench along the back of the wagon, and a large mirror stood above an oak makeup table. A door to a grand wardrobe in the front of the wagon was slightly ajar, but Soren's attention turned to a basket of rolls and fruit on the table, which were still surprisingly fresh.
Seems okay.
What you see there, Soren? Anything good?
Yeah, it just looks like a rather posh living wagon for the road. Don't see anyone inside. There's some fruit. I don't know,
Well, it looks like we've adopted a boy.
You're assuming Father Dormund is still alive.
Touché.
Perhaps we should still try and find his parents. Are you sure that's all there is in there? There's not a bunch of villagers, like an entire village, waiting for a surprise party for young Gentry. I've heard of this sort of thing before. Surprise parties, I think it was. That's a North Realm custom, right?
I resent that.
Did you look between the cushions? I always lose things there when I travel in a fancy human wagon.
I can certainly check. They might be hiding under the cushions at the back. Push a hand through the doorway just to see if anything happens.
Soren's hand passed through the threshold. He felt no discernible change in the air quality, or portals, or magics.
I will step through entirely, just to be that guy.
Soren stepped inside of the wagon. From within, he still discerned no difference, but those rolls did smell nice after eating trail rations for almost a week.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here. Strange. Feels like a trap.
Yeah, 5-day-old rolls that still smell nice.
Maybe.
How about I will peek in. It's anything funny with the mirror? I've heard funny things about mirrors.
Be careful! My sister says that there's a mirror demon who will get you if you put 2 mirrors opposite each other.
Ildrex gently brushed past Soren, lightly grazing the hairs in the back of his neck while he approached, and stared into the strangely large mirror. Ildrex realized that it was the first time he had seen his own reflection in a long, long time. The mirror was otherwise mundane, so much as he could tell.
Still looking good.
Guys, do you want to throw some of that fruit out here? Maybe we can give some to Gentry?
You want to eat the fresh 5-day-old fruit? Sure, have at it.
I meant for the boy, not us.
Yeah, that's fine.
Klymoore picked up the fruit and walked out to share it with Gentry and Father Dormund.
Oh, I really haven't had one of these in a long time. Do you mind if I have one?
It should be fine. There's so many, it'd be a sin not to eat one.
Oh, they're sinfully good.
Beyond delight and a satisfied feeling of having eaten fresh food, reducing 3 stress, no ill effects occurred as, before the wide, unblinking eyes of the team, Father Dormund, Klymoore, and Gentry reveled in their small feast.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Glom walks into the room and opens the wardrobe.
The wardrobe was revealed to be bare. No clothing or cloth, and in the place of where shelves should have been, a wooden staircase that led down, too far down, into a chilly space that should not have been able to exist within the wagon.
There we go. Found it.
Ildrex, Gaelle.
Yeah.
Stairs in a wagon.
Well, you know what they say about stairs in a wagon? Probably something that's gonna kill you at the bottom.
Have we removed the matches from Ildrex this time?
Don't worry. Don't worry. It won't happen again. It won't.
What was our rule, Ildrex? We only attack people that
burn friends.
Right? Yeah, and you know a friend because they
look like you guys.
And they don't attack you.
I honestly thought that was gonna rhyme. Never mind.
Don't worry, he's not a friend.
Stewed porcupine. Don't forget stewed porcupine.
Stewed porcupine, right. Good.
Okay. Dark, scary stairs it is then.
I guess I'll go first. Are we going down the stairs?
Hold on. Soren, can you see anything down there?
Yeah, what is going to be the light source? Anyone?
I do have torches, as well as, I assume, my lantern.
That seems sensible. Can I recommend we don't take any fire down there? And she just throws a knowing look at Ildrex. No fire.
She's saying don't light us all up like a torch.
Yeah, why would I do that?
I don't know. Why would you?
If we can move beyond the fear of fire that we've now for some reason developed, perhaps a torch would be relevant.
I will whip out my lantern and take a squinty peek.
Perfect. Love it.
The temperature dropped 5 degrees as the lantern flickered to life. But its green light thankfully revealed no spirits or horrors, just more stairs for at least 30 feet ahead.
Perhaps we all, if we're going, we all go, rather than just the 2 of us.
Sounds like it is a bit of a walk, yes.
Gaelle, do you want to stay here or come with?
I'll come with.
All right.
And just to be sure, I'm joining y'all as well.
You're joining us.
Yeah, no, I think you should probably come, yeah.
All right, friends. Let's do some good.
Oh, you're in for a world of surprises, friend.
I thought y'all said you were adventurers.
Cautious adventurers.
Is the term adventurers applied cautiously, or are you simply adventurers of a cautious nature?
Let's practice the silent listening game.
Fair enough. Could be danger ahead.
Just a large brass doorway.
You'll go in front of me, I'll take up the rear.
Yeah. When you say you'll take the rear, I need some clarification.
Oh, I'm gonna...
Oh, the position. I got there. I got there in the end.
The line.
Yeah, we will. We'll keep pace, just a few back, just to make sure that nobody feels that we are following you in any way.
The stairs descended at least 130 feet. They'd lost count of the steps in their conversation. It was hard to tell in the flickering light of the lantern The brass door that the stairs terminated at was round and hinged almost like a porthole. Over its frame, a phrase was inscribed in fanciful common script that read, Tasha's Madhouse.
Oh, that bodes well.
Anybody know anything about madhouses? Does it make you go mad, or is it like mad, like the kids are saying these days? That was a madhouse.
We just walked 200 feet into a hidden tunnel under a wagon.
Probably fine.
Yeah, sure it's good.
Yep.
Maybe it's just a figure of speech.
I thought we just agreed to keep jokes to a minimum until we know what we're up against.
All right, I knock on the door.
The hollow silence slowly consumed the echoing intrusion.
No one's here. Time to go west.
Yeah, let's go. Yep, heading back up.
Perhaps they didn't hear you. Maybe try again. Or better yet, maybe just open the door.
Oh, you're a specialist about madhouse doors, are you?
Well, not really, but usually when you knock on the door of villainy or some such, the enemy doesn't usually reply in turn.
You have a point. Take another swig.
As the great Sir David Cummings used to say, brace yourselves.
I thought it was enjoy yourselves.
That's Chapman's funerals.
Glom puts out a hand for your flask.
Yeah, I pass it.
Glom takes a swig. Passes it back.
Anybody else? Anybody else? We're just gonna sit here, take shot for shot while we wait and...
The team took another few minutes considering the benefits of entering the adventure, plastered, or if they would be brave enough to enter the door at all, a conversation that was cut from this story.
Here we go. Soren?
Oh, I'd better keep my fingers nimble. Here we go.
Soren pushed the door inward. It squeaked quietly, opening into a room with 3 small tables near its center and 2 wooden chairs on the opposite sides of each table. A room for interviews. 2 of the tables were occupied. At the leftmost was a human farmer, sitting across from a faceless gray humanoid. And at the middle table, an older gray-haired woman, perhaps a trapper or grandmother, or both, was seated almost identically across from another gray humanoid. Both peasants' eyes were both closed, an expression of joy filling their faces. The hands and fingers of the faceless creatures across from them chaotically danced and spun, as if weaving the air itself. A gray-skinned gnomish woman between them and the tables tapped her foot expectantly, appraising the group before approaching them with a sense of urgency. Her gray face was a featureless palette of flesh, though she held a book and writing implement. As her body gestured, she spoke to the team individually, her words resounding in the native tongue of each as they echoed within their respective minds.
Welcome one and all, please, take a seat.
And Glom is drawing and firing if he can get a shot over his shoulder.
He's just gonna shoot?
Yep.
What if she had cookies for us?
Well, just adventurous.
No, she didn't have cookies for us.
So Glom screams and fires at the woman.
Glom raised his bow and fired at the gray faceless gnome, striking her in the shoulder for 4 damage, the size and force of the arrow causing her body to shudder as she started to reach toward the rabdos at her hip. Though faceless, she seemed hesitant and confused, and a bit betrayed, or perhaps surprised.
Damn it, Glom. You know what? I'm just...
You can delay. You can hold.
I'm gonna hold my... I'm gonna hold my action.
Gaelle is going to use Awakened Mind to speak directly to the gnomish woman's mind and say in Abysmal,
The human woman behind you did this. It's all her fault.
And Gaelle required a deception check.
That would be a crit.
A critical. Okay, so the gnome turned around, aiming her rabdos at the human woman behind her, who briefly convulsed before slowly leaning back in her chair, her tongue lolling out. She had clearly been stunned.
You can always tell they're really stunned when their tongue is visible.
And unless Glom or his party had more to do, combat had concluded.
As the gnome turns round, Gaelle is going to clout her brother over the back of the head.
Wow! Okay,
behave yourself.
Sorry. Sort of scared me.
Well, as I was saying, Please.
She pulled the arrow from her bleeding shoulder and examined it before snapping it in half.
Take a seat.
She motioned to the empty seat.
Just a quick question here. What is it that we're doing down here? We just kind of followed the signs, and they said there was something cool down here.
You're being sorted, of course.
Oh, yes.
The two portals on the opposite sides of the room silently rippled, black morasses of dense magic, almost like staring into the void itself. As Glom and Soren gained stress, and the DM was finally able to finish his description of the room arrow-free, the team recognized that the other individuals, farmers, had lined up to replace those humans in the seats. They seemed to be undergoing a silent interview before moving on toward the portals. The farmer from earlier grinned from ear to ear at the party as he clasped his hands together.
Well, this place is just so marvelous!
Before walking toward one portal, while the older woman, slowly recovering from her stupor, squinted her wrinkled face into a scowl as she was guided toward the other.
I don't like it one bit.
So, there's a good portal and there's a bad portal? I asked the gnome.
There are two portals, but neither are good or bad.
Oh.
They are the appropriate path for the appropriate individual.
Mm-hmm.
Your experience here reflects where you go. Good and bad. These societal constructs reflect harmful inherited biases that we've worked so hard to abolish. We try to avoid such language here, especially when referring to people or places. Now please, be seated.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, sure, why not? What happens?
Ildrex, you crazy? We're just looking for the villagers.
They're the villagers. They're going through doors, man.
Oh, right.
Ildrex sat in a newly vacant chair across from one of the faceless creatures. Just as the gray humanoid had done with the others, it began to weave its fingers in a quiet dance above his head, never touching Ildrex nor venturing too far into his personal space. But all the same, Ildrex required a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Ildrex sat there in awkward silence, confused. Seconds passed. Ildrex began to count the time to help speed things up, as no questions were asked. And about a minute after he'd sat down, the faceless creature nodded to the gnome.
Thank you. Please, move into that line. You will enter the portal after the older woman.
The grumpy one?
That's a rude descriptor, but not an inaccurate one.
Okay, who's next?
I think we should go.
I think we figured out where the villagers are, so maybe we can get sorted and go through portals some other time. We really don't need to continue any further into this, whatever this place is.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to do that.
That's an unfortunate disposition, because there's no other way to leave this room.
What about the door we came down?
Ildrex motioned to a door that had been replaced with a bare wall that matched the rest of the room.
Ah, damn.
Oh, there's another way out.
Yes, one of the portals. Please, be seated.
Come on, Glom, just sit in front of the finger wagging fella and...
So how do you get out then?
We live here.
And you never leave?
We have a job to do.
But food and family?
Our only true family is our formless lord. Work is our purpose, and the completion of our tasks is all the sustenance we require.
Okay.
Sounds delicious.
What did she just say?
She says she likes to work real hard. And she's working 9 to 5.
I'm starting to panic here.
These boots are made for walking, so we should walk through these portals.
Suppose finger wagging it is then.
Sit in front of the finger wagging guy. It's the only way we're gonna get out of here.
You know, if it helps ease things along, I'll be next. Okay, I'll sit down.
Klymoore sat down, and the same process repeated. Finger waving, an uneasy Klymoore, staring for almost a full minute nervously. And finally he was guided to stand behind Ildrex.
And that's that.
You're next. Please, be seated.
Okay, well, look, if we're going to do this, then I think Glom and I want to do this together. Let's sit down together.
Okay.
Gaelle and Glom sat where they were directed. They both required wisdom saving throws as the finger waving began.
18.
15.
Up close, the signs made in the air were almost occult-like to Glom, but they didn't seem to be affecting him. Just a quiet moment of awkward unease.
There's blood trickling down the side of Glom's mouth because he's biting his lip so hard.
As he gained 8 stress.
Thank you. Please, move into that line behind the elf.
the gnome finally approached Soren, who had been quiet until this moment.
You're next. Please be seated.
I'm going to dramatically flip my hood back to reveal my gorgeous locks first, but then I will calmly sit.
The dramatic display did not seem to faze the gray creatures, but he thought that for the briefest of moments, a hint of pink crossed the gnome's lack of face. Once seated, the gray creature began to weave its hands in the air in front of Soren.
11.
Wow.
I feel like everybody's going through one door, and Soren's going through another door.
The creature in front of Soren began to address him by name, its features warping and forming into the shape of a friend.
I feel like I know you from somewhere.
Oh, you must have mistaken me for somebody else. I have a very common face. You could almost say that I look like any local farmhand, apart from an invisible weight that I seem to carry.
Oh, it's good to see you again. What's it been, like 2 musicals and a Jurassic Park? So, what are you doing here?
While you were busy focusing on me, the Neverborn, the god who should not have been, took form and found hold in this reality. I would be seething if I was not so impressed. We need to stop him, Soren. We need to stop him.
Oh, that sounds important. I suppose you can help with that, what was it you said we needed to do again? Sorry, I'm a bit distracted right now.
The Neverborn must be stopped. I already said I'd aid in the task.
All right. And thank you, but aren't you like, following and trying to murder me and my friends?
I have more important things to do than harass you.
Well, I suppose that's fair. Any chance you know where we are? I'm kind of stuck here in this very wonderful, very magical place.
I hear that there's a vault with all sorts of amazing treasures somewhere below this place.
Oh, well, thanks for the hot tip, friend.
Yeah, keep an eye out. You never know who you're gonna bump into out here.
I know, right?
Well, enjoy the party. I know I will.
The surprise guest departed the Skype.
Was that, like, in my head, or did the others see him as well?
What others?
Well, then I'm going through the stupid portal.
To the others, Soren just sat quietly before the faceless creature as he gradually became overwhelmed, overcome with feelings of love, joy, and happiness. He could not wait to experience more about this new exotic place. What joys awaited him? What friends could he make? Was a musical number behind the next door? Or perhaps candy? Or a dog? Or a room full of dogs? Soren thought he heard a voice direct him away from his friends, and found himself standing behind the happy farmer man from earlier.
Hey, what if I am directing this towards the gnomish lady. What if we all went as a group? I hear group parties are much the rage these days.
These paths lead to the same place. Please be patient and go through the portal you've been directed to.
Soren giddily waits for the gentleman in front of him to pass through the portal and follows him without a care in the world.
The others watched in horrified silence from the other line as the older woman in front of them passed through.
All right, let's do this thing.
Under the influence of enchantments, the party split up, unsure of what tortures awaited them within Tasha's madhouse. Dark Dice, Chapter 22, The Madhouse, featuring Jeff Goldblum as the Silent One, Peter Lewis as Soren Arkwright, Holly Billinghurst and Sean Howard as Gaelle and Glom Vogelberg, Russ T. Moore as Ildrex, and featuring Robert Clotworthy as Klymoore, Karim Kronfli as Father Dormund, Michelle Tan as Gentry, Ryan McQuinn as the Manic Farmer, Rikke as the Gnomish Sorter, introducing Charlotte Norup as Graham, and Travis Vengroff as Dungeon Master. This episode was produced and edited with sound design by Travis Vengroff, mixing and mastering by Finnur Nielsen, and executive producers Carol Vengroff, Maico Villegas, AJ Punkin, and Dennis Greenhill. This episode featured music by Stephen Malin and Travis Vengroff.
To support this production and get access to bonus releases, music, world lore, art, and early access to future adventures and D&D materials, please join our Patreon at patreon.com/foolandscholar.
You can also find us on social media at Dark Dice Pod or on TikTok as Fool and Scholar.
This is a Fool and Scholar production. Thank you for listening.
Okay, I just have to explain something to everybody. So Sean Howard, the player for Glom, expressed to me that he had a very real fear of being on stage for a musical and not knowing the words to the songs. And that is why we made a musical to scare him. All for Glom, which we did without letting him know, and we performed live for him, and he did not know how to react, and it was really funny. Also, one other note is just how very, very, very old this is. This musical predates the White Vault musical we did, which is really old. But we didn't perform it till much later. I just wanted to explain it so that no one was really confused why we did what we did.